Hey everybody, Johan Magnusson here, Big Swede Barbecue. Today we're making smoked barbecue meatloaf on the Memphis Pro Cart ITC3. Now the first thing that we want to do is set up the Memphis wood fire grill, so let's start with that. We're going to set the Memphis wood fire grill to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and we are going to use oak pellets for this cook. The Memphis wood fire grill is now sitting at 250 degrees, so it's time to start preparing the meatloaf, and here are the steps. You want to finely dice one large yellow onion. Then we want to place the diced onion in a bowl. Then we're also going to finely dice one red bell pepper, and we're also going to place this in the same bowl. We're going to crack 2 eggs into a smaller bowl, and then we want to add 1 cup of whole milk and also 1 cup of bread crumbs, and then we want to stir this and set aside for a couple of minutes. Now it's time to add 2 pounds of 80/20 ground beef to the big bowl, and I also like to add 1 pound of Wagyu ground beef just because it has a great flavor. Next we're going to add half a tablespoon of smoked paprika. We're also going to add half a tablespoon of chili powder. Then we want to add 2 teaspoons each of black pepper and salt. We also want to add half a cup of good barbecue sauce. We use TD's Brew and Barbecue, the original for this cook. Now we want to combine this thoroughly and mix well until the ingredients are evenly distributed. Then we're going to add the breadcrumb milk mix and keep mixing. Next we want to remove the mixture from the bowl and place on a cutting board. Then we want to hand shape this into a nice meatloaf size. I like to do this by hand because I like a more rounded form. We want to lift the meatloaf onto a baker's rack to get good smoke circulation all around. You want to season the meatloaf all over with a good barbecue rub. We use our Big Swede Barbecue Badass Beef Boost. And then we're going to place this in an aluminum pan. The meatloaf is now shaped, the smoker is sitting at 250, so now it's time to start smoking it. We're going to place the aluminum pan with the meatloaf in the Memphis grill. Now we're going to smoke this for about an hour. The meatloaf has been in for about 60 minutes. It looks good, so now it's time for the next steps in the cooking process. Now we want to set the Memphis wood fire grill to 350 degrees. And we're also going to remove the meatloaf temporarily from the grill. Then we want to drizzle the meatloaf with the barbecue sauce. You want to use a brush to even out the barbecue sauce and make sure that you don't have too thick of a layer. The grill is ready, the meatloaf has been sauced. It's time to place back the meatloaf with a pan in the Memphis wood fire grill again. And now we're going to cook it until it reaches an inner temperature of about 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Meatloaf is now sitting in a smoker with an inner temperature of 160 degrees. So I guess it's time to remove it, slice it, and start eating it. So let's get to that. And that is how I make my smoked barbecue meatloaf on the Memphis Pro Cart ITC3. Now, if you want to know more about Memphis wood fire grills, check out their website, memphisgrills.com. I'm ready to eat some smoked meatloaf. So I'm going to grab a piece here. Oh, look at that. It just smells amazing. Oh, it's airy. It's rich. It's so juicy. It's packed with flavors. I hope you try this at home. Good smoke flavor too. Happy grilling.